Hey kids, it's time for another episode of KittyKatGaming with your host, Mortimer!
KitKatG! KitKatG! Yay!
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of KittyKatGaming. We are playing Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, and we are playing Robert only. We want that bad dad. But we just finished our second date, and our first and second date, we both got the highest scores possible, so we're doing great. And we just got back. So I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. The kid needs some sleep. As I pass the room, I can hear the faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. All right, I'm going to fast forward through this because it's just Amanda having problems trying to just do Robert route. If you want to see all of the feels, definitely watch my last playthrough. I like her voice actor. She's so cool. She's having problems with her friends because her friends are kind of weird. They're not nice to her, and she deserves good friends.
Welcome.
All right.
So
So let's go on our third, final date. You know what they say about third dates? They get pretty serious. Are you sure this is your dream daddy? I'm sure. Yes. We're doing it, guys. We're going all the way with Robert. I haven't spoken to Robert since the night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually so somber then, like more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Morty, hey Morty, guess who's on their getting their drink on tonight? I took my dad book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Guess, it's you. But also me, but mostly you. Right now? I type back to Robert. I can't right now. Rain check. Aw. Not now. Later. Seriously? Advance notice? Yeah. 8 p.m. Jim and Kim's? Sure, man. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think it's the first time that Robert's giving me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Aw. Amanda pops her head into the hallway. Music I don't recognize blowing from her room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit? Amanda, language. What would Grandma think? I don't give a fuck anymore. Amanda, language. Sad stuff, sweetie. Holy stuff. Lay off me, Pops. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume of her sad stuff. So cute. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning up against a brick wall smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. He looks the same to me. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes were less wrinkled than usual. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with my existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes a cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth open in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To you, to us, to toast. To us. Here's to us and all the property damage and petty larceny that we may commit tonight. You like that? We clink whiskeys and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned. Mary pops out of over the back of the booth, I guess a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call? Sorry, figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right here. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she's sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean, pressed clothes and up and down suspiciously. What? Do you got a court date coming up? He does. He looks handsome, or he never convinced the jury. Okay, Microsoft, chill. He never convinced the jury. He would have had to shave first. You like that? You got those eggplants? Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Morty, don't be an asshole. You know that's the one thing Robert doesn't joke about is his Pappy. Oops. They're giving him 2 months. Oh my god, he's actually serious? I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. Oh my god. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night, probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Morty are gonna hit the bricks. You wanna come with us? Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. Oh, she just leaves her date? We exit the bar and find the typically empty streets filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of the town all the time. I always wanted to do one of those. You know all those stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him. Come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Morty. Just act like you belong. Robert slides up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. Oh my god, look at that guy. To date, we do not know if the people that burned at the stake were actually witches, but it is widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692. What? And the site was over by that coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry, who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian, and this is my colleague, Dr. 80s reference, 90s reference, 1000s reference, or contemporary reference? 80s reference. Yeah, you like that? Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo in Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. Oh my god, I want to see that show. A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile, easier to catch ghosts that way. They've definitely been here. I've been standing next to them this whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon over there. The man who runs it's been plagued by haunting since he signed the lease, damn near driven him mad. But whenever you want to say is cool, I guess, it's your tour. Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. The tour guide's shirt's cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt. Well, guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead, don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have a cool ghost shirt in no time. I didn't see his shirt. His shirt doesn't look that cool. Our group arrives at an old, decrepit, colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name's Quinn, and most people on the ghost tour circuit call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. What the hell? Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Stage combat experience. Wow. Anyway, here's a little story, a little bit of history for all of you. This was the home of the noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of the Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's courtship, and the ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barkley. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light on from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues working on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work.
Sad Master Quinn, my feelings hurt.
Oh my god, no reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption is a popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. Oh my god, he's talking about The Shining. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, understand it's not for the faint of heart. I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell the story?
Right.
Oh my god, riff something highbrow, go with something I know, or rely on amazing improv comedy skills. Rely on amazing comedy improv skills. I try to remember something. Anything from improvisational comedy class I took that one semester in college. Yes, so Dorothy Pembridge was writing a lot of books, yes, and oh god, he's failing. Ghost, yes. And ghost, and I look over to Robert, I think this is the best part. He's supposed to come tap me on the shoulder and jump into the scene, but he's just staring at me. Everyone is staring at me. And scene. Thank you very much, everybody. Robert, oh, we fucked it up. Robert looks completely disgusted. Mary gives me a thumbs down, but I think I got good at Tour Master Quinn, so there's that. The tour guide says it's an opportunity to take the group, to take back the group and address us with some razzle dazzle. Haha, what an interesting story. I just want everyone to know the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Oh man, well next time on Kitty Cat Gaming, we're gonna go on the last tour guide location on our third date with Robert. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss it, and I'll see you guys all then. Bye everybody!